Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. We are in space near the space satellite or the solar satellite. I brought back the freighter to the Duchessa to repair it. It had some damage after I removed a block that had attached gyroscopes on it that rampaged through the whole structure. But I got it repaired. We can use it again now. I attached the solar panel that will vanish later. We could use it now to transfer materials. I saw that with the new script on the planet, I now can see how much material I'm missing. And I definitely need to change that. And I hope that the freighter or the small freighter can help us achieve that in some way. We will have to see. One thing I have to say is I changed versions. I am in the dev version now because I wanted to see if the whole script thing works with the dev version, and I have to say it works. So there is something in the scripts that definitely needs the development version of the whole thing. I updated the game a few minutes ago to the newest dev version, and I want to take a look at what is on there. But first I want to go back to the planet because I want to do some work there. I decided that with the new scripts, if they still work, we need to change up the whole world there a bit and maybe work a bit more on the base, get some car containers hidden somewhere and all that stuff. Now they're just standing there in the open, and we might, or I want to change that. We might want to change it. I don't know if you want. I want to change that. I want to definitely get them underground somewhere, not maybe hidden, but not so in the open. Oh no. Oh no. Slow down. Uy, that was harsh. That... no. I'm damaging every ship I've got. Everything. Every ship I've got, I've damaged in the last few days. Oh, no. Let me repair that a bit, and then I will... I will meet you back on the planet. Just one thing. What you don't see at the moment is the gates. Something is happening with this energy field. It's not there anymore. But they work as intended, so I can live with that. You just have to wait a bit before you go through. Otherwise you will be burned by this plasma stream, whatever it is. So... what I want to do today is I intentionally built this thing like a platform because I didn't want to have it attached to the ground. Now I want to change that. I want to go a bit underground, maybe even dig out the area below this base so that I can anchor it to the ground. As I saw, the wolves will attack all the stuff anyways, so I want to just build a few walls down here, bring them down, and then maybe add in the ground some more storage space for cargo and all that stuff, because up top here at one point I will run out of space, and I already have now 2 containers here that need to go. I need to change this stuff here a bit to have it underground, hidden away somewhere, and maybe even bring the nanites somewhere down there, because hey, they work through walls. That's no problem. I can just put them underground and let them do their job from there. Let us take a quick look again at the scripts. It seems that at least this stuff still works, because they did some changes to the scripts, and I don't know if that's bad or not. So what I've done here is I rebuild this complete thing again, and I want to take off with it again and show you what the difference is between the first build I had and this build now. So one thing you can see is I have a screen there now, and here I can turn on and off the dampeners. For some reason, when I'm in this thing, it doesn't change for the whole ship. You can see that right on the right side, dampeners are on. There they are on, but if I say false or turn them off, they're still on, but there they are off. That's one thing that definitely needs to be done. And this screen, it's an option in the mod. You can just add a screen and then add all this stuff to have more information on it. I could build it a bit closer to the cockpit. So you can see they still work. Do they still move? They still move. And now let's see if this thing is broken as well. No, it doesn't seem to be. So this is what should happen. When the ship is on the move and it gets not too fast, but when it speeds up at one point and I stop using the thrusters and the dampeners are on, this ship should break down is the wrong word, slow down, and then hover in the air. It doesn't do it perfectly, but it at least does it. The last time it didn't do that at all, so it didn't stop itself. So here you can see it stops. One thing I should do is make the whole thing heavier. That's one thing, because then the whole structure wouldn't completely spin with the thrusters. Here now I can navigate this thing. I can use it. I can touch down, and I'm able to really control this thing now. Good. Let me land it, and then we start with the base, or we continue work at the base. One thing I already started is building a turret, not a turret, a turret is the wrong word, a tower for the big radar dish. This is the communications dish that has contact to the moon base. And yeah, this is what gives me contact to the rest of the world, basically. So I want to build a bit of a tower, kind of roundish shape, then have something in there. Before I just had this spire here, then I built this, and maybe add some lasers. The lasers, by the way, for some reason they work now. Have show actually firing animation and all that stuff. What they don't do is they don't stop shooting my stuff. It must be, don't know, something I've set up something not the right way, and that makes them shoot like crazy on everything that's in the base. The main target was this ship there, the thrust vector ship. I don't know why. One thing you always have to, I think, take a look at is antennas. Give your ships antennas so they can broadcast that they are friendly. Okay, good. I want to slope the whole thing a bit in. I might have to do this from the inside or so. So slope inwards and then down, so that it gets a bit of a more interesting look and it isn't just a straight wall down. I learned a lot. I I saw some people on I saw some people on Reddit explain work with the blocks and how you could set up stuff so it looks a bit nicer. And I have to say, these people are right. Oh man, right a bunch, I would even say. There are some tricks you can use to make structures more interesting, and I fail at all of them. All of them. So I wouldn't describe myself as a good builder. I'm trying to develop stuff. That's the thing. And one thing I saw with the mobile home, that's why I kind of want to bring the mobile home back to the bases here and then work on it a bit more when I have the Duchessa to help and all that stuff, is I have too many straight lines on there and I want to kind of get rid of that. I saw some other ships that inspired me and all that stuff, and I kind of want to work more on that, so to make it maybe a bit nicer in the future and then go off to the alien planet. We have so much time left to, not left, but we have so much time to go to the alien planet at one point. What I read is that it looks interesting, but it is kind of the same as Mars. I don't know if you can say something about that if you were on the alien planets. What am I searching? These conveyors. Maybe you were there and can say how different it really is from the other planets. I'm not too sure, so we might just have time to change a bit on the mobile home before we send it back into action. Okay, yeah. Okay, I can't place it there, so let's bring the character tools back in. Yeah, and so we might want to make it look more interesting that way. That would be neat. Good. Personal update, I'm still struggling with my new, not upload schedule, but with my new schedule, and uploading still might suffer from it. That's why you get this episode on a Thursday and not on a Wednesday. It's I don't know. Yesterday I just wanted to take a nap in the evening, and then I just fell asleep and didn't come up as early as I need to be up to get an episode out for you, and so I decided to just do it today. I hope that's okay for you and you're not too mad with me that, again, my schedule is just going to pieces at the moment. I still need to work on other stuff. I kind of still want to get Subnautica to run again, and I have some other things that I want to do in the future, and the problem with that is if I continue to struggle with my upload schedule for Space Engineers as much as I do at the moment, then all the other stuff I want to do might be in peril, and that's not good. Okay. Good. I can flatten this out then a bit and maybe, yeah, work into the ground. At one point I might be able to go off a bit and just widen it in the ground. That would be neat too. Did I talked about that I'm in the development version, alright. Yeah, I think I did. I have the feeling that the development version does good things at the moment. The game seems to be very not stable, but I don't have as many FPS drops anymore and all that stuff, so that might be good. That might be good, and I might stay with it. I might stay with it. Getting back most of the time is a hassle anyway, so I might stay with the development version. Okay, let me work a bit more that we see what I have in mind for this, and then we will continue, I think, on Friday doing this. I will try to work a bit more on it in the meantime to get some progress going. This digging will be the hard thing. I did that once with my asteroid base in the basically first season of the series, and that's always a time thing. I would say no one wants to see you dig, at least not a lot. Can I dig this out without taking too much away? Yes, I can. Good. Let me do a bit more work and I will come back to you with a bit more progress. If you want to dig out big areas of land or asteroid or whatsoever, always start to line out your workspace basically. That's much easier then to see how much you still have to dig out and you still have to get basically. Otherwise, normally you can't really see how flat your land really is. It's weird, but moving in the area, and even when it gets worse when you use your jetpack. If you're on an asteroid or the moon or something like that, and you use your jetpack a lot, then something like this area can look perfectly flat for you and perfectly straight for a build like this. But if you then put blocks in, you see that it is crummy as hell. So one thing I saw is that you can now put your blocks a lot deeper into the ground. At least that's what I feel basically, because when I built my asteroid base, I had to really dig out the area to put blocks into walls like this. Now it seems that just a few millimeters of the block has to stick out of the surface. That makes me itch for building another asteroid base again. You will have to say what if another asteroid base would be a thing we could do. This time maybe with real hangars and all that stuff. I don't know. So I want to have on these walls, I want to have just flat surfaces. I'm thinking about putting the cargo containers somewhere here, and then maybe rearrange the reactor part here and put the reactor somewhere else, with the ability to name the name the inventories now, and saying, okay, this is for, or this is for components. By the way, should I show that to you? Did we do that? I'm absolutely not sure if I showed that already. I have now different containers. It would be nice to maybe add a sign to this or something like that. I have an ingot container, I have an ore container now. not an ore, I have a component and an ingot container. I don't have ores here a lot, so I didn't need an ore container for now, but we will put that in too. Maybe at one point we are able to build a miner on the planet or something like that, or we really get the process of bringing ore to the surface of the planet into gear or something, and then we might want to do something like that. Should I put down a ladder somewhere? Let me take a look here. It wouldn't work too much. I would have to put in a ladder somewhere else. We will have to think about that, but now I will, for now I will just do an opening so I can get down here. Okay, you can see that's the plan that I have. I will work on that a bit more in the future, and we will have a bit of a nice room here to store ingots, to store components, and so we don't have it on the surface and can concentrate there on, don't know, making it look a bit nicer. I want to, I thought I wouldn't want to have it completely walled in, but maybe we can change that. Also, I want to change the weapon setup. The gun turrets on the top here are good to have, maybe shoot down drones or something like that. But for wolves or something, we would have some guns somewhere close to the surface, or some guns on different attachments, or not attachments, towers or something like that around the base. I will have to play with that. If we ever, and I'm still considering that after the wolf attack I had, I see that the wolves are not very intelligent and are not the nicest thing to work with. If they would really show pathfinding or something like that, that would be nice. For now, they just storm to a corner of your base, chew on the blocks that you have there, and destroy everything. They're basically like the meteorites. The meteorites are something completely unavoidable. And even with a lot of guns, you will not be able to completely shoot all of them down, and then you get damage you constantly have to repair. And ranting about the enemies and the hazards in the game already again. Okay, people, I think that's all for today. You see what my plan is: to build something down here, to have storage, to have maybe I can even put the refineries down here. I have enough height for the refineries, so I could put them down here too. And the space is fairly big, I have the feeling. So let us go with that. We will work on that a bit more. Let me know what you think, if we should bring back the mobile base and rework it a bit more. And then another thing is future plan for another asteroid base. Maybe we should think about something like that. Good, people. That's all for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, then please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.